Okay, in this tutorial what we're going to do is look at carrying on with our base material that we've created in the last tutorial, and we're going to parameterize this and create a material instance. So this is what we ended up with. Let's just stop previewing this node. That's kind of where we got to. Very shiny, and we're looking at creating all the functionality within this. So what we need to do now is actually start creating parameters that can be changed at runtime. So I'm going to start off with the, let's start off with the color. So to do this, I'm just going to click on our color node, our 3 constant. I'm going to right click and convert to parameter. Let's go in, I'm going to give it a parameter name. So I will call this base color, and I can make a group for this, which is just a good thing to do from an organizational point of view. Okay, so we have this one here to do as well. This is, if you remember, this was what we were actually setting the value of these scratches in this. So let's right click, convert to parameter. Let's call this scratch color. And now I've got that main group, I can add that in to there. Okay. Let's go down. I'm going to use this metal value. So I'm going to convert that to a parameter as well, and let's call this metallic value. I think I'll put that under main as well. And with this one, what I'm going to do is set sliders max and minimum, because this is only going to be between 0 and 1. So I'll just set that to limit it. We don't have to do this, it just controls the artist a little bit. If you limit these down, don't allow them to break it. Okay, what next? Let's do the texture coordinates. So down here I've got my, again let's right click, convert to parameter. Let's call this U tiling. And let's create a group for this. Let's do the same for this, and let's call this V tiling. And let's put this under our texture coordinates group as well. Okay, what do we have now? We have our roughness. So here we have, again right click, let's convert to parameter. We have our roughness AO texture. And let's put this into a group called textures. Let's do the same with our normal map, convert to parameter. Textures. What I might actually do, I might just put these under textures as well. Okay, we have our normal value. Convert this to a parameter. Let's call this normal strength. Put this into a normal group. And then we have our roughness values. So we have our roughness. Let's just check this. So since this is our roughness white, let's add a roughness group. Let's do this one as well. Put that under our roughness group. And I think we're good to go. Okay, let's just apply that and save. Just as a final thing, what I'm going to do is just comment some of this out. So let's just grab these, let's press C, and let's call this UV coords. Let's grab this stuff here. Let's call this base and scratch color. Let's grab this bit. Let's call this a roughness. Grab these, and let's call these textures. Let's grab this, and let's call this normal. Okay. And once more, let's apply and save. So the last bit is pretty easy. All we need to do, let's just find my material. Touch material mat. So to make a material instance of this, all we need to do is right click and we create material instance. I'm just going to leave the name with instance on. Let's click on our object and let's drag and drop this into both of these again. And now when we double click on this, we have, let's click these on, our different parameters. Okay. Just looking, I don't know if there's one I've not set there. Yeah, we should have scratch color. Should be under main. Let me just check this. So that's going through. Let's put this under main as well. So scratch color going through there. Got the lerp. If the scratch color is true, then we're using the color. If it's false, then we should be using the lerp. Should be set to true by default. Let's apply that and save. doesn't seem to be appearing. It should just appear when I turn this on and off. Scratch color, main, default value. And just I'm actually just going to delete this for a second. Let's just try making this instance again. That's really strange. Okay, just a little test on that. Let's go back in. All I did is to set a value on this. Now let's just see if it could be any value. When I did that, oh, again, it's broken it. If I go in and set this to, let's just see if this works again. Let's just set that to 0.5. Just applying and save. So that's just setting the default value. Well, that did just work. I really don't know why that suddenly isn't working again. I'll just pause the video for a second again. So sorry about that. That was just me being a bit crazy. It's late at night. The reason for it was I was actually switching on the value to be able to change it. It's metal on value. What I wasn't doing is actually switching the value on and off. So at true, just because of this chain, at true it's just using this value. When it's false, it uses this chain, which includes this parameter here. So now when I switch it off, you see we have scratch color on there. My apologies of just wandering around for a while, blind. But there now we have all those parameters on this. So again, just as we started with on this now, let's go through. We can change the color of this. I think I just need to make sure I've got this parameter on. Here we go. So we can change the color. Okay. We can change, let's just metal on. We can change the metallic value. I can make it into a plastic material. We can change the normal strength. increase the normal strength. Or we can decrease this, make this more subtle. Okay. We can change the roughness on this. So we can make this rougher. Can bring this down and make this smoother. That's default. We have got these normal textures. I'll go back to those. We can change the tiling of this, both directions, and we can also, if I just go into our textures, bring in different textures on these as well to be able to change the scratch and the normal map. If we just switch, let's just take this down to plastic. If we just take the metal on off, so we have our color, our scratch color as well. We can also do is go in and increase this to put some color onto the scratches as well. What I may just do is bring the scratches down a little bit, so we can have that as well. Okay, so that is a base material created as a material instance and with parameters added, so we can have complete flexibility and controllability over the actual material surface properties. And that's the end of this tutorial.